All right. Wow. Hi, everybody. So, this is my first live stream here on YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to get anybody on here or not, but I thought that I would kind of talk about absolutely everything. So, this weekend was the local Goodwill mega sale. By that, I mean that our thrift store was selling everything at half off. And hashtag fucking stoked. So I kind of wanted to share some stuff that I found. I found a couple good things, found some stuff that's whatever. So two things that I found out I thought were really, really, really interesting. I don't know if you can see it or not. See this thing that looks like a glowing cock and balls in the background here? This this is actually a candle. So let me grab that. This is what is known as an uncandle. How does this work and what the heck is this thing? This layer here that you see different than this is vegetable oil. Below it, plain old water straight out of the tap in this container, and it's got this disc in the top of it. It's got this disc in the top of it, which has a central piece for the wicking, and that's it. So this basically is just a thing to hold this wick in place so that the wick is able to continue to absorb the vegetable oil. Now, this product was produced. Yes, here we go. This product, as you can see, here's our uncandle box set here. Beautiful little creature. I'm not sure. Let me see. I must have read it. Perhaps on Reddit. Just kidding. So this thing was made in like the 70s. I'm not sure what it was. I'm not sure if it was 73, 78. I don't want to really go there and tell you a guesstimate date because some Corningware fanatic out there is going to like try and come and find me. So this set, the uncandle set, comes with 3 of these uncandles. So what you saw is our mid-range, medium-sized uncandle. This is the tallest pillar uncandle. And then we have this little miniature uncandle, okay, which ends up creating this tiered piece here. All right. So I bought this because I do candle magic, and obviously I'm interested in candles. I'm also interested in candles that are not candles. So I thought that this would be very, very cool. It came, if you didn't happen to notice me checking it out here, it came with the instruction manual. The wicks are still in their plastic bags, as were these caps. Now, here's the problem with this. This uncandle thing, it comes with the saucer. So this is what you would put the wick through. Like you see that hole, you put the wick through there, and then you lay that on top of the vegetable oil, and that's what's keeping the wick suspended. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure exactly how safe this thing is. Here we go. It goes in just like that. Okay, and you set that on top of the thing. There, like that. I'm not sure how safe this thing is because most definitely the plastic on both the rings of this one that has been burning for a while is melted. Like, I don't know how well you guys can even see that. But most, like, This outer ring here melted, inner ring. We're actually going to blow that out and let that cool down enough that I can pull it out of there, and I'll show you what I mean. Because it's bubbled up and it smells terrible. I don't know how good of a product this uncandled thing is. So the reason why I bought this is because this is the most passive aggressive, wishy-washy, I'm not really sure, kinda know that it's probably not a great product, guys, but we're gonna fucking sell it anyway. Product I have ever seen in my life. Because this is the uncandle. Okay? Yes, I just showed you the box, but I need you to pay attention to the box. Okay? This box on this side is showing you the product. Here it is. This is what it does. It is this floating candle holder piece. Okay? When you flip around the box, the uncandle has literally taken the entire other side of their box to tell you other stuff that you can use this for besides being a candle. It says uncandle sticks make great holders for breadsticks, flowers, desk accessories, and small collectibles. Literally, look, this is a junk jar. What else could we do with this, Tommy? Yeah. Can you throw a breadstick in there? Throw a breadstick in there. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, breadsticks, shit. You got anything, Bill? I got a couple pennies. We'll throw them in. Hey, look at that. That's a change jar. Yeah. What the fuck? It's ridiculous. It's hilarious. So, this is a Pyrex brand product. Item number 133-S for any of you Pyrex Corningware collectors there. I just think that it's funny. We're so sure about our product that, well, if you don't want it as candle, you can actually use it for this kind of stuff too. So, anyway, funny stuff. Now, all jokes aside, I found a badass pair of iron trivets as well. Let me get them. I don't usually buy trivets, rarely. If the only trivet I bought two trivets, I guess, in my time walking this earth and being of need of a trivet. One was a mushroom, and the other one was a sign of Gemini. And I actually bought that before I got pregnant with my daughter, who is a Gemini, because my stepson is a Gemini. So just kind of worked out that way. Well, this time I went to Goodwill and I found myself a set of trivets. And these guys are cast iron and they are badass. So we've got the upturned horseshoe, a star, a clover, good luck. Like these things, it's a perfect set of them. They both match. Gorge. Absolutely gorge. So when I saw them immediately, I thought about like both of them hanging up above the doorway. And then I knew that I had to enchant them. So I'm now trying to figure out who these belong to before I can enchant them for whatever purpose. I think that obviously these are good luck talismans, but if you're going to hang them above your door, maybe you also want protection, maybe you want something else. Maybe this goes out in the barn for somebody, some beautiful horse, somebody. And and that this needs a horse charm. I don't know what it is. I need to figure out who needs these. So if you're interested in them, please let me know. I'm going to let them go for $20 a piece, and then also shipping because they're enchanted, or they will be. So very cool, super heavy, and I'm kind of hoping that nobody buys them because I absolutely love them. They're gorgeous. Okay, that was it as far as thrift store finds. I found some other cool stuff, but I don't really have it right now. I'm not going to go traipsing around the house to find it. I thought that maybe we could do some other stuff. So I've had a lot of requests about Spellwork recently, and I'm not really sure what the best way is to go about showing people what it is that I do and how it is that I operate, what it is that they're getting. Because I really feel like if you are a person who's trying to buy Spellwork, everything's kind of awkward. Like you got to kind of ask a person if they're willing to show you something. And then some people feel awkward asking their practitioner for proof or like, can you show me what kind of work that you offer? So I'm really not sure how to go about it. So I'm kind of doing it in different ways, trying to feel it out. Like, how do I make people feel best about what they're doing here and make them understand that they're getting a trustworthy practitioner as opposed to somebody who's not out for their highest good? So I thought that I could kind of share with you guys just a little bit here about the differences between my magic and other people's magic. Rather, some of the other services that I'm aware of that are not necessarily magic at all. Okay, they're being billed as magic, but they're not magic. So this is what I do. I create these handcrafted spell candles and I fix them. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide the vellum off of this one here. And this is one that's already been done. It's done and passed, but I thought I would use it because I gather these up and wait for the moon, and then I get rid of them all at once in fire. So this is just a piece of the collection for the month. Okay, so this is what I have here. This is some curse work. All right, this couple is looking to split up. Hubby's not so happy, so we have done a breakup working. And what you can see here, I designed this image that you see, and then all of the customization, like all of this writing, everything that goes there. I talk to you, I learn about your situation, I find out what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're looking for. We talk about how I can help. Then after you purchase your spell work, you are paying for this, which is part of it, and then your handcrafted spell candle, which is fixed, and then I perform the ritual myself, or, which not a lot of people know, I can also fix those candles and send them to you if you want to do the magic yourself. Like, I don't have to just be sending you a photo of something. Now, you have to pay shipping, obviously, where you wouldn't if I was just doing the magic myself, but I craft these things because, and I do this work because I'm trying to get more people interested. I'm trying to help people find that path. And I really love spell work. I really believe in magic. I've really had a lot of beautiful things happen in my life directly because of magic. And I want to share that with other people. So again, if you're interested and you've ever been like, oh, well, I don't know that I want to just pay for a photo, then don't. Pay a little bit more, get the shipping, let me know that you want your candle, and I can ship it to you. Okay? Not a problem. So that's a little bit about how that goes. So if you do purchase it from me, then you get a visualization or a personalized message along with 3 to 5 photos of your personalized working. And one of those photos is almost always this, like a flat photo up and down so that you can see, because as you can tell, I'll just gingerly wrap those around here. As you can tell when I hold it like this, you can't really see like all of it. You don't even know what it all says, and it's kind of hard to. So I always make sure that I do like a top over photo of your personalized vellum so that you can really see what everything is that's going on there. And that differs than a lot of spellcasters, because I've heard of people who are getting birthday candles, again, on aluminum foil. If you watched any of my fake spellcaster videos, I brought that up. But I've also heard of people who have gotten just like, they'll just get a little slip of paper, and then again, that's right below a birthday candle, or it's taped onto something. And my stuff is different. Now, if you buy a Buddhist hand, yes, that is done with a slip of paper, but that's because that's the only way that I can really get a hand to hold your name. So those Buddha hands are different candles. That's why they're more expensive. They're not just like my generalized prayer candle workings. So anyway, I digress. You get your photographic proof, and then from the 2 to 3 days generally that a candle will last, I'm watching it. I'm tending to it. Number one, I'm making sure that it's not going out. I'm also making sure that it's not catching anything on fire. But other than that, fire dog safety stuff, I'm sending out your intention. So when people ask me about I have single, double, and triple casting. If you check out my website, you can find that I have those options there. So the single casting is just like for me to cast a spell. The double casting is for me to use those highest quality ingredients, and then the triple casting is for me to cast a spell, do the highest quality ingredients, and to follow that petition with deep, intensive meditation and petitioning throughout the lifetime of that candle. Now, some of my petitions last more than just the 2 to 3 days. Some workings we work for 7 days. Some workings we work for 14 or 21. Multiples, 22. I have a 44-day working. Like it's a real thing. So the more intention, the more time that I spend, it's reflected in the spellwork cost, along with the quality of ingredients that I'm using. You know, I'm always using high quality vellum. It's just the best that I can offer. It appears the best. It really, I think that it's great. And that's what I use. I use that same stuff on the candles that you receive at home so that you receive that same kind of quality. Anyway, so enough about my spell work. I thought that we could do some dream interpretation. So if anybody has any weird dreams that have been going on lately, now's the time to kind of bring them up. We had a drop 3 of fire and the 2 of fire. These two together suggest a progression. You're talking about coming into your own and having confidence, feeling like this is who I am, this is who I need to be. And also being at a time of heartbreak, being at a time where it doesn't have to be the loss of a partner or a relationship, but it's really about like a loss of yourself. Like you're paring away and you're dropping off the things that don't serve you anymore. And this is so important and so common right now. And it's happening right now a lot because of the moon energies. So if you have had a chance to check out my website, I have added a lot of stuff, and I do have a newsletter section. I thought that we could talk about those planetary events. I did kind of line them out there, so make sure that you check out the website if you're interested in reading them or referring back to them without going through this video. Let's see. So February 16th, that is today. Okay. Very important because we have 2 things that are happening right now. Right now, Mercury is retrograding into Pisces. This is going to last all the way until March 9th. Now, this is the one where everybody is like, oh, fuck, Mercury's in retrograde. Oh, my God, what are we going to do? I can't fucking take another retrograde. After 2019 with all those crazy retrogrades and like the transits were off the chart. Supermoon after supermoon after supermoon. Yeah. I can't take another retrograde, right? That's how people feel. So this time, this retrograde is moving into Pisces, and what it means is that you're probably going to be having struggles in communication and in heartfelt communication, difficulty communicating with others. If you have been having trouble in your personal and interpersonal relationships, you're probably going to see an uptick in that, and it is going to drive you nuts. Nobody's going to be able to say quite the right thing. Nobody's going to be able to really be rational right now. If you're feeling like you're not being heard, what you're saying is not being listened to, understand that the other person is feeling very much the same. So if you guys can't reach a point where you're like, okay, look, we just have to be okay to not be okay right now, back off. Now, the flip side of that is that right now Mars is moving into Capricorn. So while we're experiencing this trouble with communication, we are having killer luck in employment. If you are trying to build a business right now, if you are looking for a new job right now, if you are feeling like, man, I can just up my prosperity, things need to get better for me, now is the time, okay? It's time to put your nose back onto the grindstone and to get moving, because this Capricorn energy, Capricorn controls our careers, okay? Capricorn is the guy who sits there and takes a look at you and goes, don't give a fuck. They don't. While they can be caring and compassionate people, not saying about that, all about you guys, Capricorns, they are no bullshit people, and that's what makes them shrewd business people. So if you are in a place where you're really struggling to deal with the emotions at home, maybe. Go to work a little bit extra overtime, talk to whoever you need to. Don't be sleeping with anybody at work because you're pissed off at home, though. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying adapt to the situation, put yourself in front of more periods of opportunity, try to work a little harder, maybe take on an extra project if you're feeling pretty good during this new year. If you've been taking care of yourself during the last couple months, you probably are feeling pretty good right now. The energies are good. It's just that we're struggling with the throat chakra block that's coming from moving into Pisces. Our hearts are getting super big because we're getting ready to move in to to a lot of personal growth. So let's move on down here because February 18th, just 2 days from now, the sun is going to move into Pisces. Okay, so Mercury is in Pisces and now the sun's going into Pisces. Well, yeah, this is Pisces season. It's coming up. So this is going to just make those emotional, deep water feelings that much more intense. Okay. When you thought, okay, well, this is going to blow over. No, you're probably finding out more about a situation, or things are getting even more hairy with your partner. Oh, well, we argued a little bit and then it died down and then it flared back up and, things are coming to a head. This is this kind of energy. Okay. For Piscean people, for people with birthdays during this time, you guys may be feeling okay, but you're perfectly okay with swimming up and then swimming away. For the rest of us, we may not be doing so well. Leo, I need to talk about this. I need to be right here. We need to be and to deal with Pisces. I'm going to tell you guys what. I love you as friends, but I could never have a Pisces as a lover because I can't deal with this it's passive aggressive, but it's not passive aggressive. They're sensitive people and they're not afraid to protect their emotions, where I'm a sensitive person, but we got to deal with it right now. God damn it, out front. That's the Leo energy. So for everybody else who's not a Pisces, your emotions are running high. If you're the kind of person like me who has a tendency to run at your mouth, you may not be able to keep your mouth shut anymore. That's what I mean by things they die down and then they suddenly come back to a head. If you've been kind of biting your tongue at a situation, it's a good possibility that anywhere from the 16th to probably the 21st, you're going to see that situation pop. So it is important to speak your mind, but it's important to think with your heart as well. Okay. Moving on, February 21st, Mars then trines into Uranus. All right. So this is what I mean by the enough is enough. This emotional energy that's been going on with Pisces has been going on for so long that it's literally to the point to where if you have not already by the 21st blown your lid, today's the day. Go ahead and have at it because it's necessary for the things that you're about to move on to next month. Okay, you have to speak your truth. You deserve to be heard. Your opinions are important. You can't keep biting your tongue to save everybody else, okay? If you have tried to deal with the situation, which you probably have been doing for about a week now, let alone, I'm sure that it's a longer standing issue, but especially for the last week. If you've been trying to make those amends and it's just not happening, you gave it your best shot. They asked for it. Let the teeth and claws out. Okay, if you have to do that to resolve the situation despite all other attempts, do so because your truth is just as important as anybody else's. And if you haven't already, it's time for you to start speaking it. Okay, so let's talk about the last one that I have here for February, and it's the 23rd. That's the new moon. The new moon is in Pisces. So this is a time for renewal It's a time for the ending of cycles. This is that final resolution to this extremely highly emotional time. Okay. This new moon, I sincerely suggest that you plan for if you've had a rough struggle during this last month. I sincerely suggest that you consider doing an uncrossing or a road opener. I do offer those, but also you can get on Google and check them out. Okay, you can find them all over. Don't hesitate to ask me. Maybe we'll do a quick easy uncrossing video, something like that, for this time, because I think that it's so important that we really refresh ourselves during this emotional renewal. So we're getting ready to move into Virgo, and Virgo is that point where we are cleansing ourselves and we're very organized and we're very structured, and this is talking about kind of paring things away. So this emotional crazy, like, I just wanted to stop work that's going on right now, and it is work. Don't forget that. This emotional work that's happening right now is happening so that you can see the truth about people, you can have your say about things, you can clear the air, you can kick up as much dust as you need to and let it settle, so that by March we're able to move into this organizing and goal setting and planning while we still have this Capricorn energy. So it's going to be a bumpy time, very emotional time for all. Understand that it's okay if you need to move, if you need to get away from situations. Just try to make sure that you're using this time as fruitfully and as prosperously as possible. If you can't make headway with your partner, or if you are struggling at work, go to the opposite side. Okay, go home if maybe you're working too much and have that conversation with your partner. Or if you're not working enough and you're finding that you guys are really kind of butting heads, go find something extra to do. Maybe it's not working, maybe whatever it may be. Don't be afraid to utilize those energies to your best benefit. Hello. Hi, tarot lover. I don't think you're reading the chat. No, I wasn't. I'm sorry. Okay. I have cards here, though, if people are interested. I just thought that I'd share the astrology. Yes, I am, tarot lover. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. And that just flipped over for you, as I said your name. Ace of Water. So this is about beginning a new relationship. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I offer readings as a paid thing, but I always like to have cards here because when I meet new people, oftentimes we can kind of hit it off and get some good energy flowing. I like to help people. It's a lot of fun. My kid's off at Chuck E. Cheese with her dad, and I thought, man, I'd get on here and have some fun. So, hello. The Ace of Water. This says falling in love or resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So I think that this is the beginnings of something. And aces are blessings. So this is a good sign that if you've been wondering about any of those things, if you've been wondering if you're going to get into a new relationship, or if you've been wondering if you're going to find a new home or get a new job, or, get a kind of a break in the situation that you've been wondering about, especially if it's an emotional or heart-driven one, sources say yes. Hey, that's okay. Don't worry about donation. Don't worry about it. I mean, I guess that I could probably put something up there in case if somebody was, but this is my first live reading here on YouTube. I haven't done it before. Does he miss me? Okay. Give me just a second here. We shall ask. All right. And again, don't worry about the payment. I just put it up there because you're right. I guess I could put up a link if somebody was interested in donating. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, the cards that I've drawn so far suggest that he is kind of off doing his own thing and enjoying himself. I don't know what he left for or why he's gone, but it's really a pleasure-seeking thing. This man definitely has the propensity to being kind and generous when he wants to be. But something gave him something got into his head and told him that he was going to have the excitement of a new endeavor. It was a new chase, a new journey. He'd felt like he was kind of emotionally, like he was happy, but like it wasn't quite enough. Isn't. I'm happy where I am, but I want to keep going out and keep doing this, whatever it is that he's doing. But then all of a sudden there was just way too much going on at once. And he's not very good at choosing his battles wisely. But things are looking up. So, and the one that's right after things are looking up is unity here. So, obviously, unity, unison coming together. That can either mean that you guys are going to come together, or that means that he's coming to his senses, whatever that is. All right. So, I have this book. It's called The Ultimate Illustrated Encyclopedia of Sign, Symbols, and Dream Interpretation. And I thought that it would be pretty cool if anybody had like a weird dream or something that they wanted to share, if we could look up the symbols in it, because it's a really great way for me to learn. I'm a witch, but I don't know everything. You kidding me? Like, if your teacher ever sits you down and says, look, I know everything, you should get up and bitch smack them, okay? No. Your teacher is always learning. Everybody should always be learning. So I thought that this would be a great way that we could kind of learn together and see what you guys had in store, if you guys had one. Thank you so much, tarot lover. Check me out next time or hit me up on Facebook, okay? Also, my website is www.findyourdivinity.com. So I had this dream last night. Maybe you guys can share if you want to get on the live chat here and let me know what your dream is. I had a dream about eggs. I had a dream, and I can't remember what the dream was about. I just remember this figment of where I opened up the egg carton, and it was like an 18-pack of eggs, and I picked it up. I picked up the first egg, cracked it on the side of the skillet, opened it up, and I got a double yolker. And I don't know why I'm dreaming about eggs. So let's see. 475. What does this say? 475. What the hell? 475. Oh, that's all the way back here. I'm getting there, friend. Oh, this is just what you've got. Okay. Egg, a universal symbol for creation, often the thing that life sprang from, whether vegetative, godly, or elemental. A propitious symbol all over the world, symbolizing luck, wealth, health, birth, and resurrection. Also associated with spring. In Jewish tradition, the egg is a symbol of promise. Now that is very interesting, because there were 2 yolks in that egg. Interesting. Well, viewer, do you happen to have a dream that you can think of? Because I'm going to look here. Double egg yolk dream. We're going to look on Google and see what we have. Oh, no. According to foodandwine.com, if you're a superstitious person, getting an egg with a double yolk can signify that you or your female counterpart is going to be pregnant with twins. Or if you subscribe to Norse mythology, it means someone in your family is going to die. But mostly, it just means you're going to have a yolkier omelet. Nice one, Food and Wine. Nice one. And then here's another one. This is annieflow.com if you're interested. Now, this is a cool website because it does have some good resources. So let's see what this one says. All right. Good luck. They provide great luck and happiness. Now, this says that the odds of cracking open a double yolker is 1 in 1,000. And I don't know if that's true or not because I grew up on a farm and we used to have hens that notoriously laid double yolk eggs. So I'm not really sure who's counted that and figured that out, but I assume that maybe it's somewhere in there. I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, superstitions around double egg yolks. Here are some popular superstitions around double egg yolks. It says, if your hen lays an egg with a double yolk, it's a sign of death in the family. Again, not been my experience at all. Had multiple hens who laid double yolks and, I was not losing family members like flies, okay? Not my experience. Maybe other people have had it happen. Not my experience, okay? You should never remove eggs in the dark. I don't know why. Double egg yolks should be cooked in cakes so you can become even more lucky. If a hen lays a soft egg, don't keep it. Throw it over your shoulder so you remove bad luck. I've never had a soft egg, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that means that chickens can lay eggs without shells. This article, honestly, this feed has led me to so many questions about chickens. It's not even funny. Very interesting dream anyway. Let's see. Anything? Any comment on our live stream here? Paying attention. Okay. Oh. All right. Yeah. So I have another tarot deck here if you guys are interested. This one can be found on eBay. It's called Lon's Tarot. So I have not personally met Lon, but I would love to talk to the creator of this because it is a fantastic deck. He used a whole bunch of different images, and it's so easy to read. It's one that is really great for children. I know some people are like, oh, why would you let children read tarot? Come on, guys. You got to start sometime. So it's a really great one for youth, for tarots, and for new beginners. You can be 40 and starting your tarot path, and this is a great one for you. He totally designed it himself. If there were anything that I would change about it, probably is I would go back and edit maybe some of the words because there are a couple of errors in it. But other than that, they are so cool. So this is a card. This is the only card in the deck that does not feature a keyword set. So you can see this one. This one is inner peace, intuition, and strength. Okay, it's got a keyword set up there. This one is hope, good omen, and satisfaction. Okay, keyword set. So this one does not have the keyword set, but the entire keyword set is the photo. So pretty cool. And it's just these different images. So some of them are like fantasy depictions. Some of them are just photographs that have been colorized. Some of them are photographs that have then been blown together. Like, I don't know, pretty cool stuff. So I think that we'll go ahead and pull from this. Let's just see what we can get. Hi, Champagne C. And I just said hello to you, so here's your card. Happiness, success, and fame. Hello, hello, hello. Rigby Raccoon, hello. Happiness, success, and fame. That's an awesome card. See, I really like it. Like, he took a lot of time to take the feelings of these cards into account when he designed them. The colors, the imagery, it's simple, but it's very powerful, very meaningful. Again, that's Lon's Tarot. It's on eBay. Fantastic stuff. I mean, maybe it is. I haven't looked for it in a while. I bought it, and I didn't go look for it again. What am I doing? Well, I've kind of been just sharing a lot of stuff, Rigby. I shared this, if you guys are interested, called the Uncandle Set. I am a witch. I'm a practitioner. I'm a candle magic practitioner. And I am also an avid thrift finder. So when I find cool stuff like this, I like to share it. And I thought I would share that. So I guess I will show this now that we've had a chance to do this. So this, just to bring you up to speed here. Hi, Champagne. Yes, I am familiar with doing it. Here, guys, let me do this. That is my website. Is that okay? Yeah, it's spelled right. Gotta make sure I spelled it right, otherwise I'm sending you guys to the wrong spot. That's my website. I do sell magic. I do spell casting. I do tarot readings. I do all of that. So if you're interested in what I do and kind of like my services and anything other than that, go ahead and hit me up there. If you're interested in something that you want but you don't see that I have, I do work for all purposes, but I'm a witch. I'm not a web wizard, so I really suck at getting listings up. So please, if you're looking for something specific that you don't see, talk to me, okay? Anyway, so this uncandle thing. What it is there's this glass and it's got water in it. Okay, this is water, and then this substance is vegetable oil. Give me just a second here, Champagne. I will talk about that. I will answer your question. It's vegetable oil. So what I had said to the viewers previously is it's just like this little cup, this little plastic cup that sits there. You got these wickings. When I bought this thing, literally somebody in the 70s opened up the top of this box, was like, what the fuck is this thing? Closed the box, threw it in the attic, and that was it. Like, it appeared at a Goodwill 40, 50 years later. Where I could find it and bring it to you. So anyway, you put a wick in there, and then that sits bloop on top of this oil. So this is the problem with this product. And I blew it out so that we could take a look at it. I'm going to find something here I can use so I can get oil all over my keyboard. Look at this. Not safe. Not a safe product. Not safe at all. So I used this thing just exactly as it said to. I kept it in my eyesight the whole time, and it melted. Not surprisingly, it melted. You put plastic in hot oil and it melts. Oh my goodness. Geesh, Corning should hire me. Anyway, so interesting product. That's what I was sharing. Okay. No. I do paid readings, and you can find those at my website. I'm just kind of like slinging some tarot today. So nothing like what a paid reading would be like for me, because they're much longer. And I actually do text readings. So you receive a 3 to 5 page PDF of what it is that you're your reading is, so that you can keep them, you can refer back to it. A lot of people, especially people who have language barriers, really like those because then they can translate them, and it's a lot more meaningful, and it's easier for clients who have meaningful barriers. So Rigby, we have Temperance. Temperance came out here. I want to talk about Champagne's question. She said, how do we know if the work is successful? There are a lot of ways that you can kind of check on your work if you're interested. I think that the primary way that you would tell that if Spellwork is successful would be really to see it happen. Like if you're doing love working, did those people get together? Did that somebody call you? Do you feel better about yourself? If you're doing a money working, did you get some sort of monetary result? Or have you been called about a job? Or maybe you're developing a new friendship with somebody different in the company that could be offering you potential opportunities. Are you suddenly coming up with business ideas? You know what I mean? Like if you can find any sign of progress, that in my mind is success. Because you are taking those vibrations and you're pushing them, you're manifesting this thing that you're looking for. So the way that I really like to treat spell work myself is you do the spell work and then you watch and you see. And if you see any sort of positive movement, then that's a good sign that it's time for you to, again, hone those vibrations. So maybe you don't have to go through the whole candle spell again, but you do want to make sure that you are doing that manifestation and that thought, okay? The visualization is so important in candle magic and people don't understand. So when you are getting into spell work yourself, you need to remember, and this is something that I love to teach. I'm an educator myself, so I love to teach people this, and I think it's something that really helped me grow and evolve in my own spell work. It's that prayer is not one-sided. Okay, you can't do candle magic. You can't do magic. You can't send out that petition and then just up and walk away from it and never think about it again. Okay. I'm not telling you that you need to be obsessing about your candle magic so that it'll work. Not that at all. The opposite effect, actually. What I'm saying is that when we put out that petition and then we're quiet, say I put out a protection petition because I've not been feeling very grounded lately. I need some protection. Okay. I send out that intention through my candle magic. And then I spend a while in like quiet meditation. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be like staring at the end of my nose. I feel so calm right now. Okay. That's not what it means at all. It's just like quietly just sitting there and just, does anything come to mind? Do you have a thought? Do you have a vision? Do you hear something? Do you have a feeling? Are you thinking about somebody that you used to know? Do you smell something? Anything, okay? Now, obviously, if you haven't eaten all day long and you're thinking about lasagna, that may not be spiritually significant, but a lot of the times, directly after we do magic, our focus, our brains, our vibrations are so in on that we can get kind of a feeling back right afterwards. And that's an excellent way to see if your spell's going to work or not, is to make sure that you take that time in meditation. Like, do I feel good about this? Spirit, is there anything that I need to know? That's something that you can ask as well. You don't feel like you have to take this, backseat, relax, passive, maybe something will happen. If you really want to know, don't hesitate to ask. Spirit, is there anything that I need to know about this working? And then try to just listen. Okay. Another way to figure out about your spell and if your spell is working is through divination. So we'll talk about that in just a second. So Rigby, as far as temperance, it's talking about a balance. So it could mean patience, waiting is a good idea. Yeah, if that's meaningful to you, yes. Temperance can also mean moderation in the sense of, are you working too much? Maybe do you have an addiction or a habit that you need to put in check? Are you not taking care of yourself and you really need to be? It's making sure that you're taking a look at the things in your life and seeing where you have areas of imbalance and seeing if there are ways that you can kind of tip those scales more into a neutral position and therefore hopefully a better place for you. Okay. How long does it usually take to manifest? I'm working on lover return work. It's been about a week now. Slowly open. Okay, so Champagne, let me ask, did you do a road opener? Have you done any sort of cleansing work on your situation before or during the love spell? Because what it sounds like is that you're having the start of things, but it's really slow. And so oftentimes if you are having results, but they're not the results that you thought, and you put in this deep manifestation, like you've explained to me that you have, then it's not you, it's that there's something blocking your work. So a lot of the times using a road opener and then doing that love work will help to clear out the situation. You've already done the love work. You may consider doing a road opener. Excuse me. And think of me and a clearing candle and also a come to me. Okay. Well, it's still, there are a couple reasons why I guess that it wouldn't work out. One of them is that he's on a life path where this is a thing that I have to do. And then there's very little that you can do about it because sometimes there are just strings in life that can't be pulled. Okay. The other one is that maybe, again, there's something blocking you. Maybe there's something that's blocking your work. This person who is the thinking of me candle did burn black at the top. Okay, so yeah, so it sounds like it hit a block, right? Because when we see the black, we know that there's negativity. We know that there's been some agitative work happening. Your candle's burning through. You're having to break through a block. So, but when it burns clear towards the bottom and it comes clear, then that's a good sign that you've kind of passed it. It may be a good idea to do another. You may consider doing another thinking of me candle just to see, or again, another clearing candle and then a thinking of me candle just to see if you can get both of them to burn cleanly, and if that will help. Because it's also possible that your target has other magic on them. That has happened in a couple of cases I've dealt with where a client has come to me and has said, okay, so I had the spellcaster do this stuff and I've spent this money and now my partner's not coming to me. They talk to me a little bit, but I don't know what to do. They won't leave this other person. Oh, they're with another person. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, tell me about this other person. Oh, well, I think that they do magic too. Dead ringer. Like, if you think that somebody's also doing magic, you definitely need to do a clearing. He's a karmic soulmate who came back after 2 years and then ghosted me with no closure. Oh, fuck. Okay. So I feel I need him to at least return so I can finally close this cycle out. Yeah. I understand, man. I understand where you're coming from, for sure. It's difficult when we run into these people. I've again run into a couple clients where this is a partner, this is a soulmate situation, but the soulmate has not done the work that they need to do in order to join into this portion of the cycle. So you may have been doing the work that you need to do to rise to where you need to be able to give the love and support and kind, caring, compassionate consideration of this bonded soul twin flame relationship. but your partner has not done those same steps, has been like lax on their heels and not doing what they need to be doing in order to make sure that they can give you that level. So because of that, then we have this problem where we can't seem to join together. And oftentimes it's okay, we're here. Yep, I know that we're super attracted. And then, fuck, I got to get out of here. Yep, I know. Oh, okay, maybe this time, fuck, I got to get out of here. Fuck, I got to, this continuous thing that keeps on going on. And it's just like, man, why is this happening? It's not you, it's them. Okay? You can be a perfect piece, but you are not the entirety of the puzzle, right? You can climb a mountain face. You can have all the best equipment and gear, but if you don't have 2 firm feet on the ground in the ice, you're sliding down the mountain. It's just how it is. You both have to be able to get a grip on the situation. And if you got a grip on the situation, he doesn't, your partner, whoever, your partner doesn't have a grip on the situation, you can't interlock. And so then this leaves you at a place where you're like feeling bereft and what the hell? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I understand. Yeah. I mean, please, if you feel connected to me, feel free to check out my website and see what it is that I do. But I really do suggest that you start again with a clearing and then doing another love. And you can do the thinking of me. That may be helpful to you. I really think that because you had that block at the first, it might be a good idea to check on it again. And if that working, if you're feeling like, oh man, I don't really want to buy one of those again, because I don't know. I've seen some candles that are upwards $60-$70 people are paying for them. If you're not really looking for doing that again, you can just go get like a white prayer candle and you can set your intention on that. Okay. So don't feel like it has to be this special thinking of me, whatever candle. So long as you know what it is, it doesn't matter if it has writing or color or anything at all to it. Okay. It's all about your intention. My road opener, I think on the website starts at $17.77, and then I do a double and a triple cast. So if you're interested in a double cast, that's I think $25.55 and on up, and that's for higher quality ingredients. And then the triple cast is I sit with your intention throughout the life of it. So it's deep petitioning multiple times a day. I go to your petition and we kind of just keep recharging and refreshing and pushing and boosting throughout the 2 to 3 days that your candle is around. So I do have a couple things up there. Check it out. If you see something that you're interested in, or if you're like, I like this stuff, but I'm not really sure that that's for me, is it a guarantee that I can, if you check out my website, you can also go and you can read the real reviews. So I had an Etsy shop and I was doing close to 300 orders a month. I had a lot of volume, a lot of business. And so I took the Etsy reviews that I took some of them and I put them onto my website, because what happened is Etsy has a policy against intangible items. They say that Spellwork is intangible, meaning that, well, you can't prove that you delivered it. Even though I have photos of these personalized handcrafted vellums, these personalized candles, the candles being used doing the magic spell, even though I give all of that proof to each of my clients in exchange for their working, even though I was giving each and every bit of that proof, they said that it was intangible, so they suspended my shop. So if you're interested in those reviews, those are straight from what was my Etsy store. You can also check out Facebook. I'll put it here. My page has like 15 different reviews as well. Those are mainly my tarot card readings and what people have enjoyed from them. But there are a couple Spellwork readings as well. Spellwork reviews as well, sorry. So they're there. And that's That's what happened. I had an awesome following on Etsy, met a lot of really cool people, had a lot of really great experiences. So to be clear about all of this though, and please check out the About Me on my website. I'm very open and honest. I don't offer guarantees, and I don't think that anybody who's honest can, okay? Because here's the thing. This is the way that I see it, okay? Anybody who can offer you a 100% guaranteed in such and such time is lying to you. It just is. Here's why. I can use the best of ingredients. I can take all of my time. I can refuse to sleep and do nothing but stare and talk to you and speak and chant into your petition for days at a time. Okay? I cannot then go to your house, pick you up out of bed, put your purse or your phone or your wallet or whatever into your hand, drive you to the gas station, take you up to the counter, talk to the man at the counter saying, hey, this lady wants to buy a ticket, hand them your money, and then pick out the winning ticket for you. I can't do that. Okay? I can't make you go out and buy the ticket. I can't choose where you're going to buy that ticket. All I can do is set up and create the space so that you can intend and you can use your intentions to increase your chances of that happening, right? Because if you think that you're going to have luck in lottery, if you feel luckier in lottery, you're probably more likely to get up and be willing to go buy that chance, to go get that ticket. It's the same thing a lot of times with love spells. I find a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, I don't, I've had this crush on this person. We end up doing the love spell and the person within a week has a result. Well, this hasn't happened forever. Well, why is it? Well, because you knew that it was going to happen, because you intended for it to happen. I just set it up. So when you're buying Spellwork from me, you're paying for the vellums, which I showed off earlier, but you weren't a part of this. So I'll show you what it is that I do. So this is an example of one of the vellums. This design, this image here, I created this myself. Okay, I designed this myself. And then all of this personalization is based upon this person's issue. So this was a husband and wife couple that the husband is looking to split because he has found a pagan path and his wife is conservative Christian and they're just not working out anymore. And so he doesn't want to be mean, but he wants them to be able to split up and to break away from one another. So this is a breakup spell. And this is what I did, just that person and then his wife and the information about him. Okay. So these then go onto a candle. Okay. And they turn into this. Awesome. Yes. One time at the beach, there was some women setting a lot of little candles around a tree facing the ocean. Yes, this is candle magic. Wanted to ask what they were doing, but didn't want to be nosing. Yes. You were definitely watching candle work. This happens really, I can't tell you exactly what they were doing, but it was probably some sort of prosperity spell or some sort of healing spell because of the positioning of the work itself. So I think that the next time, if you should ever happen to see anything like that, especially if it's women, you can go ask. Like, it's okay. Don't go while they're doing their work, obviously. But when you see them kind of laughing and they're all kind of talking to one another or whatever, don't hesitate to go up there and be like, hey, I have always wondered about this kind of stuff. Can you tell me anything? I mean, you don't have to tell me what you were doing, but anything, just be friendly, because we pagan practitioners want people to know about this. Okay. This is a path of peace. This is a path of giving. This is a path of prosperity. This is a path where if everybody were able to follow in this true kindness, walking and living your light, we'd be a lot better off. So a lot of pagan practitioners are super stoked to talk about it, but we're afraid to because so many other people are not about it. So many other people are judgmental, and so many other people will just straight up be mean about it. So we don't rub it into people's faces, but at the same time, we really like to talk about it. So if it ever happens again, don't hesitate to ask. And also, if you haven't already, you can like, subscribe, keep finding me here. I'm happy to answer questions because I want people to get into this. It's been so wonderful for me, and I really do like and want to share that with people. So thank you guys for your questions. Let's see. Actually, during the full moon. Yep. So anyway, that's kind of what I do about the candles. I design those candles, and then what you receive is a photo of your vellum. So you will get a photo of this, and it's like a flat up and down, so that the first one is like a top overview, so that you can see all of what's on your vellum. Because as you can tell, when we wrap them around, you can't really see them that well. It's kind of hard to see everything that's going on. And I want to make sure that you really get the full, you really understand what it is that you're paying for. So anyway, if you guys are interested, anybody who comes through to watch this, I really do want to help. I'm interested in educating people. I do offer live readings now and again. And again, if you're interested in my magic casting, my spell work, tarot card readings, anything like that, please come and find me at www.findyourdivinity.com. Thanks, everybody.